six figures by buying, renovating, and flipping in this economy remotely. Let's get into this.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. 40 days, God, I've been Swayze. Grew the beard out, that ain't shady. That's a bird, man, I ain't baby. Talking hope out, that's so crazy. How I got a shot, raise the bean sprout up, put a crown up on her head so the boys seeing, no, that's a lady. If you ain't catch a double that time on the last rhyme, dog, I could help you. I got plenty more where that came from. When I brainstorm, I need shit.
What's good, baby? It's your boy Dale. I'm back in the saddle again. Our motto is to buy, build. We already bought it already, so we already own it, free and clear. Refinance to long-term debt, cash flow. That is the motto. Cliff, man, is that a pretty strong motto, man? What do you think?
Man, the model is strong. Like, you're getting each piece of the invest, right?
What it do, baby? It's your partner looking old soul. Fresh cold, clean. You see that thing, baby? Now take that damn picture and give it to your mama now. Man, holla at your partner, man. Welcome to Real Estate Friday Training Live, where we go through all things real estate. It's just going to be me today, man. Cliff had to take care of some family issues. Not issues, but situations for him and his family. Everything is great. Everything is wonderful. But today is Friday, and we got that bag. We got that damn bag. You see it, man. So, guys, let's dive into this real fast, y'all. We're gonna talk about a subject that is really good to me. But you know how we begin every single Friday session. We go into the current market analysis. What's going on with the market, baby? We in a very volatile time. And so we got to look at it and see what's going down. So, we had to dive in and bring my partner in, PBD, Patrick McDavid, and the folk. Let's look at what's going down real fast, y'all, and see how this thing is looking. I like that better. And see what he's talking about, guys. And let's dive in and see what's going on with the market, okay? It's important for us to know what's going on. We got to know where we're going, all right? So let's go on and let's look at what's going on currently and we dive into it. Let's get it in.
Fed officials on board with more modest rate hikes. This is a Reuters story. According to Fed officials, more interest rate hikes are expected as the central bank aims to cool inflation. New York Fed President John Williams stated that moving a federal funds rate of between 5 points to 5.25 seems a very reasonable view of what we'll need to do this year. However, he also noted that the Fed would probably be able to take smaller steps relative to the pace of past tightening campaigns. Jerome Powell added that if we continue to get, for example, strong labor.
So what he's saying right now, guys, is we're talking about the Fed is going to continue raising the rates. Remember on past Real Estate Lives, me and Cliff talked about what the Fed is going to do. And now we're seeing Jerome Powell, the Fed chairman, is coming out and saying what's going on. I want you to see the kind of what's going on with the White House and what they're saying when it comes to the jobs report and what the federal chairman is saying in contrast to what the White House is saying. Here we go.
Labor market reports or higher inflation reports, it may well be the case we have to do more, okay? Williams also emphasized the importance of monetary policy to get into state levels will strain, Okay, anyways. Tom, what are your thoughts when you hear a story like this? Based on what Powell is saying, and last month, 517,000 job report, new jobs, which is a good number, and then we're going to talk about the layoffs here in a minute. What do you think is going to be happening with rates here?
Wow, there's a whole bunch of things to unpack here. First of all, we can talk about the jobs really, really fast and about how some of these jobs are people getting back to work after COVID, and it's a lot of hospitality jobs that are in there. But when you get that report that the White House does a victory lap on down the street, Powell sees that and goes, I got to keep raising rates. This economy is too hot.
So what he's saying is even with the good jobs report that actually came out, the Fed chairman is saying, y'all got to keep on raising these rates. What don't we see? Let's keep it going.
So it's does the White House really want Powell to be reacting like that?
It's
And Powell
important what you just said. So the more the numbers look better,
Yes.
the more he will increase rates.
Because remember, what's Powell looking for? 2%.
Inflation.
He's
Yeah.
looking for 2%. Until he can see 2%, he's staying up in the bedroom with the cheerleader.
Here's my opinion there. 2% is a pipe dream. Then, in my opinion, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. There's too much fake cash in the system. It's not going to happen. And so, in my opinion, the 2% range, that is a kind of an unrealistic number to kind of go to. Now, if you're talking about 4 or 5%, we can talk. But 2%, no.
So
That's right.
You know,
we can't forget the
we
cheerleader.
can't
That's
forget
the
about
best
that.
story
Shout
I've
out
heard
to that
about.
cheerleader.
Yeah.
Take
Shout
care of
out.
Jerome Powell.
Mary.
Shout out.
Pounding the poor economy. But so that's part one. Part two of this is what Powell is saying is, okay, I'm only going to go to quarter points and I'm going to stretch him out a little bit. He's still raising rates.
Yes, he is.
He's still raising. So what he's saying is, yeah, the economy now has a grade point is now got about 50%, heading toward 60%. So it's still an F, heading toward a D, but it's getting better. That's all Powell's saying.
Yeah.
Is I'm going to stretch it out, but I'm still raising rates. So rates are still going to be going up. Mortgages aren't going to be going down. And
This is really strong based on the past jobs rate. So he's saying, no, I'm still going to raise the rates. That's the problem. Here we go.
what was very interesting, and I flipped you a text on this yesterday, is but Jamie Dimon is saying, hey, we're not out of the woods yet. And down the street at B of A, because
Not Jamie Dimon, chairman CEO of JP Morgan Chase, probably one of the most powerful banks in the world, is agreeing with the Fed chairman. That's what B of A is saying.
you know, Jamie's JP Morgan Chase, down the street at B&A, their research yesterday was talking about the same charts that we talked about on the podcast almost a month ago about savings and credit card debt. And they're saying,
So B of A, JP Morgan Chase, and the Fed are looking at, well, really just B of A and JP Morgan Chase are looking at the chart of savings going down, credit card debt going up. They're seeing that. And so what's happening is people try to manufacture again a pay raise by borrowing on their credit card. Not a bad, that's a terrible move.
they're saying it's not going to take much unemployment for this to be a very hard landing. So we're not out of the woods yet. And I think that's what all of this is pointing to.
Wow.
Here's what's crazy. Do you know when is the last time? Do you know how many times we increased the rates last year,
Listen to this.
2022? Not including one we did this year. How many times we increased rates last year?
6 times?
7
I think
times.
7
Last
times.
year was 7
times.
times. Do you know when's the last time we increased the rates 7 times in 1 year?
Listen.
Do you know when's the last time we did that?
1980.
Was that, wait a minute, was that 0506?
Yes.
2005 is the last time we increased it 7 times. Okay, we did 8 times one time, which we increased it 8 times in a year.
Yep.
But so anytime the rates go the way they're going, what follows is unemployment. That's
Yes, it
the
does.
Phillips curve. The Phillips curve says interest rates, inflation high,
Yep.
unemployment low. You flip it, inflation, unemployment high, inflation, interest rates are low. So
Yes.
those things go against each other, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
the way it's looking right now, if they keep pushing, I know, Vinny, this is something you study very closely. If they
Yeah.
keep pushing this, unemployment is going to crash tremendously. By the way, fun fact.
So what they're saying right there is unemployment now is going to crash. That is because if you notice, guys, come back to me real fast. If you notice, I believe Walt Disney laid off 7,000. You have a lot of Fortune 1000 companies laying off people. Okay, this is even with a strong jobs report, guys. They're laying off people still. That's a reality. I want you to sink that in and understand what's going on there. So you're seeing some stuff that is kind of not really making some sense here because you have a strong job market, right? Strong job market, but also at the exact same time, the Fed is saying, "No, I don't trust that. I'm still going to go up." You didn't look. You didn't hear B of A and JP Morgan Chase looking at the chart talking about credit card debt being up, savings being down. There's a lot of volatility in the market, guys. Just understand it's time to begin to plan a lot better, okay, guys? So that's how we normally begin with the current market analysis. I like going with PBD them because they actually present unbiased information and look at it from a very methodical way. That is wise to me. Now, here we go, guys. Here we go. Today we're going to talk about this here. Let me see if I can make a little bit. We're going to talk about this here. We're going to talk about We're going to talk about how to make six figures. All right. How to make six figures with remote flipping. How to make six figures with remote flipping. Okay. That's what we're going to talk about that. I like this format a little bit, guys, so you can see me. I'm a little too close to the screen, but I want you to see what's going on here. Look at this here, guys. All right. Y'all, you guys know my three things that I look at. It is when any business model, I always look at three things. Number one is to ensure. Okay. Number two, leverage properly. Okay. And number three, protect. Let me say it again for the folk in the back row. Ensure, leverage, and protect. Any business model, look at it through that lens alone. Okay, understand that. Now let's keep going. Now, some of you guys may know what this is, but some of you may not. So I want to kind of define what is a remote flipping strategy. Okay, you've heard of a flipping strategy. So what is remote flipping? I know you must say, I know this, but some folk may not know this at all. Very simple. Remote flipping is this here, right? It's this here. It is you buying, renovating, or wholesaling, and flipping a property. Flipping means selling a property remotely, which means from your house. In other words, you're buying a property in another city. Okay? I'll give you an example. I'm in Dallas. I buy a property in Florida. I buy it, renovate it, and flip it. I have not left my city of Dallas, and all that's done in Florida. That is what they call a remote flipping strategy. That is very popular now. Okay, that's a remote flipping strategy. Very simple, guys. All right, so let's move forward here real fast. Let's go to those 3 points. What's the first point? Simple. The first point of you actually making six figures by flipping, it's real simple. You're going to have to look at having the right power team. Now, what do I mean by a power team? Well, remember, you're in your city, right? But you're wanting to buy a property in another county or another city, all right? So you haven't seen the property as far as in person, right? You saw a property, the numbers look good, or you want to move fast on the property because in a volatile economy, there's a lot of opportunities there. So what do you typically do? I always say, how do you ensure, okay, the asset? Well, who's your boots on the ground? Okay, who's your power team? But you have a if you're investing in a different state, do you have the proper state attorney there to make sure that your entity docs are correct, right? Do you have does that attorney also understand the tax laws as well? If not, get a tax attorney in that state as well. Also, number two, do you have a good GC there, general contractor? How about a realtor? Do you know, are you using the right contracts? Each state may mandate for you to actually use certain contracts. I'm giving you these things because most investors don't think about these things, and they get in trouble with the county, city, or state municipalities, right? So understand, who do you have? The home inspector. What's the condition of the property? Your GC. Does your GC actually have experience with this type of product? And if he does, hey, can he send you over some examples of this type of experience, right? And also, has he put together a sound scope of work? All right, a sound scope of work. Very simple. That's not very simple to do, but if you have a good GC, it can be real simple. Do you know the difference between the labor cost and the material cost? These are power team questions, all right? Because you're in the analyzation stage. You're looking at the property. The numbers look good, but you want to see, okay, how much work needs to be done to this property, right? I have the purchase price, and we'll go through a real life study in a second. How much do I have in place, right? As far as when it comes to that purchase price, all right? So that's first thing you want to focus on. Number two, again, leverage, LTV. LTV stands for loan to value, right? So the question I got to ask you guys is this here. The loan to value, right? Are you purchasing the property at the right price point in this economy to where you create the right amount of arbitrage there or delta there or spread there so that when you acquire the property, you can monetize each stage of execution for said access. I'm talking about the acquisition stage, the renovation stage, and the exit stage. All right, there's 3 stages: analyzation, right? All right, acquisition, renovation, right, and then you actually have the exit stage. It's real simple, guys. Real simple. How you doing, Nick? I see you on Instagram. Uh, that's very simple. All right, and I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible, guys, because I can go really deep into this subject, but this is not the platform to do that because I probably get you confuse you guys. This has to be taught in stages, right? Um, so make sure that you're acquiring the property at the right LTV. Now, what may that be? You will see in a second when we actually walk through an actual example. Okay, we having some problems, guys, on Instagram a little bit when it comes to the layout. So if you can't see that well, we're also on Facebook and YouTube as well. All right. So now let's keep it going. The third stage, which is protect your exit strategy. Okay. Most investors are trying to put together exit strategy that worked 3 years ago. Well, 3 years ago is not this exact same economy. So you have to adjust your numbers a little bit. Does that make sense? A little bit. You have to really adjust your numbers there, if that makes some sense. And I'll go through those numbers here in a second so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So, but it's very important for you to be able to execute at a high level by understanding how to exit. So if you're buying and flipping, okay, does your strategy work for that market? Right? So if you're buying in a major area, which I really don't buy that much in the major area, but unless it's an apartment complex or a new construction project, depending on the area there, does your buy, renovation, and flip strategy work? Look at it. I typically focus on the mid-tier towns, right? Because there's not a lot of competition there, number one. Number two, there's not going to be a lot of movement when it comes to the LTV, as far as I'm sorry, the ARV, so to speak. So it's very little movement. There's some, but very little. And I can actually create more delta, more arbitrage for these type of investments, if that makes some sense, guys. So just real quick stuff. Again, power team number 1, right? Ensure. LTV, loan to value number 2, leverage. And the last one is exit strategy, protect. All right. That exit strategy is going to protect you from loss. Okay. In a volatile economy, we heard the Fed chairman talk about, even though there's a strong jobs report, he's still raising the rates, which makes the borrowing capital expensive, which means, would someone realistically buy that property from you if they have to go out and borrow a higher cost of capital? Would you? Yeah, factor all this in when it comes to your exit strategy. So make sure your exit strategy fits your marketplace, right? This is all discovered in the analyzation stage. Very simple, all right? Now, let's go to a flipping case study, guys. Case study. So let's go here real quickly here, guys. Let's bring up the spreadsheet real fast. You know I love my spreadsheets, guys. Let me see it. Boom, here we go. Here a little spreadsheet. Let me make it bigger for the people in the back row. Let me see if I can make it a little bigger for everybody. Nope. That ain't gonna work. Okay, that's better. That's better. I want you guys to focus on. This is going to be a real simple. As you could, again, guys, if you guys can't see on Instagram, guys, I don't know what's going on. Follow me over to YouTube, guys, and you get to see everything in a more clearer stance. I don't know what's going on. Instagram is it just went haywire all of a sudden. They just shut everything down. So forgive me if it looks kind of weird. Oh, good. We're good now. I just adjusted back. I don't know what happened. Anyways, let's keep it going. Let's make it a little bit bigger for everybody. Right? This is an exact example. I'm gonna make it bigger for everybody here, real quickly here. Here we go. Let's flip an example. All right. And this is actually a real live example that I'm working on right now. This is a real example. All right. So here's an example. Let's say, for instance, guys, the purchase price of the property is $250. All right. You see it right there. It says $250,000. Let me make it a little bigger for everybody. There we go. $250 is the purchase price. Right there, $250. Right. So that's right. And that's if you can put 20% down. I'm gonna say 20%. You could probably put down 10%, but again, we're planning for a volatile type of scenario. So plan for 20, back into 10% down. All right? Simple. Plan for 20% down, back into 10% down because you may get 10, right? So let's say 20%, right? You got to put down $50,000, which means your loan amount is going to be $200,000. Typically, it may cost you two points, 2 origination points for this type of loan because it's a fix and flip loan, okay? Fix and flip loan, so it's a little bit more riskier for the lenders in this economy, okay? Make the adjustment, right? All right, and so let's just say if it's the home, the insurance is $2,500, making it up. All right, no problem. Let's say, for instance, I'm gonna change this real fast. Let's say, for instance, your taxes in this area, let's say it's around like $5,000, right? $5,000 in taxes. All right, here we go. So here we go. Here are the numbers: $250 purchase price, right? 20% down is $50,000 down, right? The $200,000 is loan amount. We got it. Here we go. Now the ARV is $850. Ooh. Looks good, doesn't it? Looks good. And typically you get 75%, plan for 70%. Okay? Plan for 70%. Plan back into 75, plan for 70 when it comes to SFR, single family residence. Okay, let me say it again. Plan for 70. Okay, refi, back into 75%. Okay? Adjusted 5 to 10%. All right, cool. So that means you have about $85,000 worth of equity post renovation. And let's go through the numbers. Your loan amount is $200,000, right? Let's make it a little bigger. $200,000 is your loan amount. Here we go. Right? Your closing costs before insurance and taxes as well is about $9,800, right? Which means you got to bring $50,000 plus the $9,800, right? So that means this here. Hold on, here we go. I'm gonna do this real fast. Make it easy for everybody. There we go. So that means cash back. You bring nothing. You're making no cash back at the closing because you're bringing this to the table, right? Here we go. Let's say your renovation budget is $165. It's a pretty vast renovation project, all right? Which means you're all in. You're all in $365. What I mean by all in? What I mean is the loan amount $200,000. Right? Plus the $165, it's going to give you your $365. There it is, right? Boom. Here we go. Now let's go down here real fast. I want you to focus on this portion here. You're not going to get a PITI scenario because this is a bridge. This is kind of a bridge product. You're going to get a IO product. Let's say, for instance, the interest rates, guys, when it comes to fix and flip, guys, can be anywhere from 10 to 13%, sometimes even 15%. I'm going to say 10% in this example. All right. So 10% of this $365, your payment is going to be $3,041.67. All right. This is the portion that a lot of investors do not. This is what they actually forget on. There is going to be a holding period because this is a major renovation. Because you're buying the property at $250, you invested $165 into it. The lender's giving you 100% of the renovation budget. Right? It's a pretty significant renovation for this size house, right? So here we go. So it's $3,041.67 is your monthly payment. It'd be due 30 to 45 days post-closing, depending on when you close. All right? Typically, guys, I'm going to change it because I have 12 here. Typically, guys, I tell everybody to really plan for 3 months of reserves. All right? Oh, actually, I'm going to do this real fast. That's the wrong number. Boom. Here we go. Right here, I have 12 months of reserves. Okay. That's on a bigger asset. I'm going to change this to 3 months. All right. Just 3 months real quickly. Stay in front of the deal. Because you probably get the deal done, get the renovation done in about 3 to 4 months. So let's just say instead of 3 months, let's say 4 months. Let's say 4 months. So that means you have a holding period of $12,166. That's your holding period right there. That's the holding cost because you got to pay that mortgage payment as you're renovating the property, right? So how do you make 6 figures on this? It's very simple. You're all in at $365, right? All in at $365. Remember, the ARV is $850, right? $850. It's the ARV. Let's scroll over a little bit. Boom. Here we go. If it's 75%, let's make sure we got our numbers right. 75%, is this here. Nope, my bad, wrong. That's 70%. This is at 70%, right? 70%. Your goal is 75, but again, plan for 70%. So 70% of the 850 is 595, right? So therefore, after all that, your net is $230,000. It'll be this, it'll be 595 minus the all in. Now, of course, if you want to deduct this holding cost here, yes, you would. That will cut in to the 230. So let's look at it and see. So let's do that. Let's go equal SUM. All right. This amount minus your holding costs of this amount. Here we go. That means this is going to be your net. All right. Your net profit. I'm going to put profit here. One sec here. Profit. All right. Profit. See it? Your net profit is $217,000. That's your net profit post renovation. Let's see what it'd be if you did 75%, right? This 595 is at 70%. Let's say, for instance, you get 75% from the lender post renovation. Here we go. Boom. Now that went from the net profit went from 217 to 260. This is on one renovation, just one. Now, why am I showing you this type of strategy? Because in a volatile economy, more opportunities come. Sellers that have mismanaged their properties begin to let properties go for pennies on the dollar. Pennies on the dollar. This deal right here, guys, is an actual deal that I'm negotiating right now, but it's an eightplex in Dallas. So this is a real life example, right? Real life example. All right. Numbers are about the same. There's a couple other variables that are different here that I'm not going to show you because it's my deal. But this is how it would look, so to speak, when it comes to flipping the property. Now you may say, Dale, you know what, Dale? I don't have $50,000, right? And I don't have the holding cost of another $12,166. Remember, opportunity. You guys remember when I did that real estate live? If you don't remember it, either go on my Instagram and go to my feed, or go to Facebook or any other platform and look up how to make six figures with joint venture investing. This is when you bring a joint venture partner into it that can bring the 50,000 plus the 12 plus the closing costs, right? Plus the 12,166. A JV partner will bring it all day long because why? The upside is so favorable. Look at it. It's a six-figure upside. Six-figure, right? So the 260, that person will get their $50,000 back, your JV partner. They also get the closing costs back, right? And the holding costs back, right? So 50 plus 12, which is 62,000, plus let's say 10,000. Let's round it up. So you're looking at 50, that's $72,000. So 260 minus 72 is what? No problem. Let's go ahead and bring up my calculator right now. Okay, boom. Bring up my calculator real fast. Let's go bring up a calculator for real fast. Let's walk through this because people like to be greedy. Don't be greedy. Be wise. Let's just rock through this real fast. Boom. Here we go. Put us over here and go here real fast. Let's walk through this. You guys have already saw the numbers there. Okay. The net profit that was $260,000, right? I'm gonna use whole numbers, right? Remember, your JV partner brought the down payment, the closing costs, and the holding costs, right? Here we go. So 260 minus 50,000, right? Minus 12,000. I'm using whole numbers, right? Then minus another 9,800. Here we go. That is $188,200, right? Very simple. Now, not yet. Okay. Now, remember, there's a profit split between you and the JV partner. You have nothing in the deal. The JV partner came in and gave you the capital that you actually needed to execute the deal. No problem. Divide this by 2. You made $94,100. And how much you have in the deal? The deal, that's it. The JV partner brought the equity capital. Yes, that's possible. Simple, guys, and hard. But there you said 6 figures. No problem. Hey, go do it again. That's just one deal. Go do it again. Do this 2 times a year. Just 2 times a year. So 94,000 times 2, right? You've made $188,200, right? And you have nothing in the deal. You just did a remote flip with a JV partner who brought the equity to the table, and you've netted over 6 figures. And you've done 2 of these for the year. Just 2. Not a bad deal, is it? Don't be greedy. Be strategic. Be wise. Okay, no problem. Let's divide this by 2. So $188,000, $200. Let's say if it's the Haladale, but my JV partner wants 60%. Okay, he wants 70% because they're taking the risk. Okay, no problem. So 188,000 times, let's say for instance, you're taking on 40%. Okay, you made $75,000 times 2, and there's nothing in the deal. You have nothing in the deal. No capital in the deal. You brought the deal itself and the sweat equity. $75,280 times 2 is $150,000. What are you complaining about? What are you complaining about? You've now got the experience you needed, a JV partner that you can use over and over and over again, and you've done just 2 flips a year, and you're making 6 figures. 6. I tell everybody, don't be greedy, be strategic, be wise. Does that make sense? I'd much rather make 30, 40% out of 100% versus 0 out of 100%. Or 100% out of 0, I would say. That makes some sense, guys? It's not hard, guys. But that's how you did it. That's how you actually do a remote flip, guys. That is a remote flip. That's what it is. All this is done while you're at the house and you have a good power team, proper leverage via LTV, and also a proper exit strategy. Very simple, guys. It's not hard to do at all, man. I hope this makes some sense to you. I hope it wasn't too confusing. I know I went through some numbers, but I like to do real life case studies, guys, so you can see how it actually may work. And again, this is the deal that I'm actually doing right now. Right now, I'm doing this deal right now. Actually, when I get off this live, I'm submitting 3 more offers on 3 apartment complexes. 3, using this exact same strategy. So I'm not teaching anything that I'm not doing, if that makes some sense, guys. But man, I hope this helped you out, guys. Oh yeah, I got some good news for everybody here, man. Good news for everybody here. Good news, man. We have an update on the real estate course, guys. We are doing something fairly special here. Let me update the graphic real fast, guys. I thought I actually have it, but I don't. That's okay. I get it for you. We're doing something a little bit special, guys, on this. We actually wanted to help out people when it comes to real estate. Where is this flyer at? Man, I actually had it, guys. My bad. That's the one thing that I did not have set up, y'all. I had everything ready to go, but that one. And I'm normally really good at having things ready to go. My bad, guys. I will get to it when I get to it. But what we're doing, guys, this here is we are doing this here. We're doing 50% off, guys. 50% off. Where did it go? Boom, there we go. Caption. 50% off on the course. Let me show you what I mean by that, guys. And I want you to follow these instructions as best as you can, okay? 50% off. All right, let me go to the actual training site. Boom. And I am putting this training site, guys, in the chat. Everybody in the mama kept saying, Dale, can you put it in chat? Can you put it in chat? I'm gonna put it in the chat. Here you go, guys. Here's a training site for anybody who wants to go. 50% off everything. Okay. Let me show you what I'm talking about real quickly so you can see it. Boom. There we go. share. All right, guys. Here is the real estate site here, guys. It's called the Cash Flow Club. I'm make it bigger for everybody in the back row, guys. Here we go. Cash Flow Club. Here are the courses real fast. Let me go and view all the courses this way. Here are the courses, guys. You have Subject to Investing, okay, 101. I think that's going to be the most popular strategy in the next to move forward in the next 12, 24 months, guys. Real estate 101, the basics for those that want to know it. Basics, how to build a power team. We talked about a power team on this as well. And then, of course, grow your portfolio with seller financing investing. That's going to be another strategy. It's going to be very popular because of the rise of the interest rates. We just heard the Fed chairman talk about interest rates going higher, right? And then lastly, all we ask guys is here is we're doing 50% off on all of this. All this 50% off. All we ask you to do is to join the Cash Flow Club for $99. That's all we ask you to do. 50% off. All you would do is when you go and actually go and do it. What you would do is you'll click on join, enter in your information here. We don't share anything at all. Period. Once you go to the site and sign up, what happens? You get to choose your course, and the code is wealth. The code is wealth. Put in the code wealth. The price immediately adjusts. It immediately adjusts. All we ask you to do, guys, is to join the Cash Flow Club because of the fact that deals like the one I went through, we are actively partnering with a lot of real estate investors that need that equity to be able to do a buy, renovation, and flip remotely, or actively on the site. New construction, apartment complexes, specific commercials, buildings, depending on what they are. Because I think commercial is taking a really big hit right now. The inventory is too long. We're doing this. We'll actively partner with people with JV. So we're bringing the debt. We're bringing the debt. So what I prescribe for you is what we do all the time for investors. Partner with them all the time if they need us. If not, no problem. Working with your partner. Working with your partner. It's real simple. It ain't hard. You don't need our stuff. You don't need us. It's okay. If you have a credit partner, you can go get it. Take the information, use it, apply it, y'all. Again, 50% off on all these courses, all of them. And we are adding more courses next week. All right. I'm actually going to probably do the Real Estate Live on how to make six figures by becoming a loan broker, a private loan broker. You may not have the skills at the moment to understand real estate or have the cash or do anything at all. What if you could actually make cash now by becoming a private loan broker and make six figures doing it? Yes, that is possible. That is possible, guys. That is possible. But anyways, guys, I hope this helps you out. Next time, guys, I'll make sure to actually have the marketing material up. Oh, I think I found it, y'all. Here we go. I found it. I want you guys to see this real fast. I want to make sure that I do things the right way for you guys. Videos, one sec here. Let's go back here. Boom. Here we go. There it is. Well, I thought that's what there it is. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and use this one. There we go. Boom. All right. It's loading now. But I want you guys to see this because we're not playing no games, guys. We're not playing no game. Oh, my bad. Boom. Play no games. I want you guys to see this here. See this here. Let me go back here and go here. Wow. And go here. Where did it go? I just had it. I guess I just had it. But anyways, here is the flyer, guys. I'm gonna show you the flyer as I log off. But again, come back to me real quickly here. Everything there, 50% off. 50% off. All we ask you to do is to join the Cash Flow Club for $99. What the Cash Flow Club is, it allows you to get in the room. In other words, bring your deal. We have bi-weekly webinars, private webinar calls. It is Cliff and I, and also Jason as well. And people bring their deals. They bring the deals. We actually say bring the deals, and we kind of walk through those deals and say how can we get them funded. Talk to us. If the deal makes sense, we help you structure it, help you build your power team right there on the spot, give some advice there. And also, if the deal makes sense, we'll partner with you on the deal. All the time. One of our cash flow members, Karima, she's on Instagram. She killing it, guys. She sent me over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 transactions. No, 6 transactions. 6. I'm sending her 3 offers in about 30 minutes. 3 offers for 3 apartment complexes. 3 offers. Right? She's actually making some money on all 3 of those deals. She is. This ain't no theory. This is real. We ain't playing no games at all. So, guys, man, thank you so much for your time. What I'm going to do is before we log off, guys, I am going to show the real estate course, guys, that the Flower was talking about here. It's in my background here, as you can see. Let me go and take this caption off. Here we go. And, guys, before you leave, and while you can, I hope this was a eventful for you and wise for you. Take that damn picture and give it to your mama and grandma on them. Don't cry about it. Take this reality in because I look better than you. And holler at your partner. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good day. Peace.
God give thanks. Bless God, give thanks. Bless God, give thanks. Bless God, give thanks. Big God, big grace.